guys, this is Christy Fulk with Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the US. Well, today I've got a quick and easy butterfly bouquet card for you. It's also a Stampin' Up sneak peek. I love when we have sneak peeks and I can share them with you. As a demonstrator, I get to get things super early. I was able to get this at the beginning of February, but you're going to have a little bit of an idea what it's like to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator, because they're going to have these products available to you early. We've got a stamp set and some dies that are going to be in the upcoming annual catalog, so you're going to be able to get it before the annual catalog starts. And this is something I get to do all the time as a demonstrator. Oh, I love being a demonstrator. Okay, first off, I'm going to show you the two items that will be in the new annual catalog. The whole promotion is called Butterfly Bouquet, but this is called the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. And the neat thing with this stamp set, it is one full stamp. This is all connected. Now you could cut those if you want to, but I'll tell you why you don't want to here in a minute. So here's the stamp set, and just the stamp set is $17. Then there's some beautiful dies. They're called the Brilliant Wings dies, and they're $44. And you not only get these dies here, you also get these dies. Aren't those wonderful? And this is the reason you don't want to cut these apart. I guess you still could, but you definitely don't have to, because if you want to get a bunch of butterflies for a project, you just stamp it, and then you can die cut them with this big one. So this isn't going to line up here because it's smaller. It's only 85% of the image. Here we go. We can turn this around. See, so I can cut all those out one time. Now you still could go ahead and cut these and then just stamp the ones you're wanting to stamp, which is fine, and then you just line this big die up with that stamp. So you can definitely cut these out. So it's whichever your preference is. So I'll put all those together, but if you purchase these together as a bundle, and you want both of these, and believe me, you're going to want both of them, you'll save 10%, and you only pay $54.75 to get the stamp set and the dies. So really good deal. Like I said, these will be in the new annual catalog, but customers get to start purchasing it March 2nd through May 3rd. Okay, now I'm going to show you the paper that you can get in this Butterfly Bouquet promotion, and these are only available through the promotion, and they are while supplies last, so they may not last until May 3rd, so you might want to get them as soon as you can. You actually get a 12 by 12 piece of this, but I just grabbed a scrap that I had, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. You can a little bit, it looks like, but there is an actual grain to this. Now it's regular paper, it's not thick, but there is a grain to this, so it feels like wood when you put your fingers across it. So I think that is so cool. This paper is called Natural Touch Specialty Paper, and you get two 12 by 12 sheets for $5. Now they do have a little texture side too. I think that's probably like a So Saffron color or something, or maybe even Mango Melody. I can't really tell, but it's kind of, there is a little bit of a design there. But I have to admit, I think I'll probably be using the wood side the most. I love that wood side, and we're going to be using that here on the card. I'm actually using all the products on my one card, which is kind of cool. And then we've got, of course, Designer Series Paper. Now it is a 6x6 pack. So this is the size of the paper. It's 48 sheets. There are 6 double-sided designs, and you get 8 of each design, which I love being able to do that. So that means I can make a lot of different cards. If I want to make a mass production of some cards, I'll have enough of these sheets to be able to make them look the same. And this DSP is $11.50. So let me show you all the designs. So we've got this here. We'll turn this over, and there's a splatter side. So one side has got butterflies. The other side has a design. Then we've got this side. I love the rainbow effect with this one. And this one. Then we've got this pretty one, butterflies in the clouds. And this side. Then we have these. I love the colors in this Designer Series paper. And I forgot to look up those colors, so I will add that here at the bottom of the screen here. So we've got this here. We've also got this. And then this one. And this side. I think this is probably my favorite sheet. I love the different colors, but this is the side I love the most. And let me show you something really cool. Remember that big die that came in the set? Looky here. Now, were they thinking or what? You can die cut all of these butterflies out at once. Isn't that cool? I love that. I cannot wait to do that. So all of those will die cut and you'll have all of these little butterflies for a project. So you don't have to color any in. So remember, this paper is only while supplies last. So I think it's going to go really quick, especially for this sheet right here. I love that. So you want to get this paper real early. Okay, now I've shown you all the products in this promotion, but now I'm going to show you one more thing. I showed you how you can get the stamp set and the dies together as a bundle. Then I showed you the individuals of the paper here, the wood grain paper, which is actually called Natural Touch Specialty Paper, and then the Butterfly Bijou Designer Series Paper. I think I forgot to give you that name. Well, let's say you want all of this. They've got another easy button for us. They've got all of this in a Butterfly Brilliance collection. You can get all of this for $71.25, and that includes getting the 10% off with the bundle. Now, if you purchase this collection from me and use a host code that I have set up for my online class, you'll get an online class free. It's a really good deal. So you would order this stuff using that host code, and there are times you don't need to use that host code. So make sure you click on that online store link below. And what you'll do, you'll see my In Bloom class, scroll down, and then you'll find the one for my Butterfly Bouquet class. So if you buy this from me using that host code, this collection, you'll get the online class free. So find out about that by clicking on that link below. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a super easy card. This will not be one of the cards in the class. When you do the class, those will be exclusive projects. So no one else will be getting those, just those that take advantage of my class. Okay, we're going to take a piece of So Saffron. This is 5.5 by 8.5. Fold it in half like we always do for a card. Get those corners lined up, and that will make it so you get it cut in half, folded in half. Okay, so we've got that card base. Then we need a piece of Just Jade. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And I want you to also grab a piece of Love You Always foil sheets. Now, if you're wanting to stamp along with me to make this card, do pause this video real quick and you can find the link to my blog post. They'll give you all the supplies you need and the sizes you need of the cardstock, and then you can come back and make it with me. I forgot to mention that earlier. But this is from the Love You Always foil sheets in the mini catalog. And I keep forgetting to bring in the other sheets because it comes in 3 different colors in that pack. You get 2 12 by 12 sheets of each color. This is the Blushing Bride. Let me show you the differences here. We've got Rococo Rose. It's a little hard to see. Hopefully you're seeing these colors. Foil is so hard to do on videos. That's the Blushing Bride, and that's the So Saffron. So let me put those down here. Maybe you can see them better down low. But that's the Rococo Rose, Blushing Bride, and So Saffron. So I wanted to show you those colors. I've been meaning to show you those in the last few videos. But this is a 2 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece. So we need these two things for my die cutting machine. So let me get my die cutting machine out, and then we'll get that done first and then make the card. Okay, first off, we're going to do some embossing. So we want that base platform number 1 down. And I'm using the Painted Texture embossing folder from the mini catalog. This is in the Art Gallery suite. Love this folder, and it's been very, very popular. So put that here. I'm going to grab that Just Jade piece, the 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece, and we'll put it inside here. I just love the texture it gives. Close that up. Because it's a 3D folder, just means it's thicker. You need to use this specialty plate, and this is number 4. You put that in, and this does come with the machine. If you want to buy the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, it does come with it. Go ahead and do this. And then we get this beautiful texture. Isn't that cool? I love that. Okay, and now we're going to do some die cutting. So let's get this set up for die cutting. We've got the platform number 1. You want to get that number 2. This is the die cutting plate. We're going to grab a standard cutting plate. And the only thing we're going to die cut is a butterfly. So this is that Blushing Bride foil. And I'm going to get one of those detail butterflies. And the one I used is this one. Okay. We're going to put that right there on the foil. I love that we've got dies to die cut the butterflies in the stamp set, but we also have some neat, more detailed looking ones that can go along with them. Okay, Okay, and you see it just fits in there. I tend to do that because I don't want to waste my foil. I love foil. I'm going to go ahead and run it through twice just to make sure I got all those little pieces cut. I'll take this out, and I'll show you how to get this out real easy in just a second. Get rid of all of these pieces, and then we'll put this card together. Okay, now I'm back. We've got a little stamping to do. Let's grab a piece of basic white. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and this is going to be the inside of the card. This is a rubber stamp, but I'm going to go ahead and still use my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I forgot to put that big stamp on a block, so if you do need the big, I can't remember the letter for this one, F. You need an F block. So some of you probably think, oh, I never need that big one. Well, you do now. And it is a cling stamp set, so it's going to stick on here perfectly. It just fits. Okay, and I decided I just wanted to do this butterfly. Now that would be the benefit if you wanted to cut these out. You wouldn't have to worry about getting ink on these others, but they're spread apart pretty easy, so I'm going to keep it together for right now. Like I said, this is the first card I've made, so I'm just inking up this corner one with my Just Jade ink pad. So I was even able to use the ink pad, and I didn't get anything on these, so they're separated pretty good, I think. Then I'm going to put it down here in the bottom right corner. And that's the neat thing about even with our rubber cling sets, you can still see where that butterfly is going to be. So there we go. I've got that beautiful butterfly. So you don't even have to color these butterflies in unless you want to. But I think it looks pretty just coloring it in a color too. So it's just gorgeous. The stamp set, the whole thing, I just love it. I love butterflies too, though. I'm so glad it's going to be the annual catalog. We'll get to play with it for a while. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and put that to the side. And the last thing we need to stamp, grab your little piece of basic white. This is a 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. And I am using a Sale-A-Bration stamp set. So if you do not have this Heal Your Heart stamp set, you're going to want to get it really, really quick. It's only available till February 28th, and that is this coming Sunday, February 28th. So you don't have a lot of time to get it. If you place a $50 order, you get this stamp set free. So if you like this, make sure you place an order, and I've got a link to my online store below in my video description. And place that $50 order, and you can choose this for your free item. Okay, so I'm going to use the thank you stamp. I'm actually using another stamp in the set on the inside. Oh, I need to bring that back. I almost forgot. And we're going to stamp the thank you over here on the left side of it. That was my Memento ink pad, by the way, Tuxedo Black. So you've got that there. And I do this sometimes. I don't want to actually make it a banner. I'm just going to kind of cut it like this at an angle. Doesn't have to be a certain angle, just real quick. That's something I do sometimes to get a different end. Let's bring this back in because I totally forgot. There's one here that says, I don't know what I would do without you. And I thought that went perfect with the thank you on the front. So I'm going to ink it up with my Tuxedo Black Memento. And we will stamp that right up here. There we go. Kind of small, but it looks good in person like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. Get this out of the way because we're all done stamping. Get my seal out. I feel like I've got stuff everywhere again. How many of you out there tend to work a little messy? I start throwing things around, and that just means we're creative. We're not messy people, we're just creative. Okay, let's go ahead. Get that right in the middle, so we've got the inside all done. I like doing a little layer on the inside, just makes the card a little extra special. Okay, we can go ahead and grab this. You want to grab a piece of that Butterfly Bijou paper. This is a 3" by 4" piece. You can use whichever design you want. This is a design I decided to use. And then you need a piece of So Saffron that's 3 1/8" by 4 1/8". And we're going to attach that to the So Saffron. Okay. And I only did the 1/8. I know that sounded like a weird size, but I didn't want a real wide border. I just wanted a nice thin border. It needed something. There we go. Sometimes I like having that thin border. It just gives a little bit of color and makes it stand out a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead, and we're going to attach this to the center of the Just Jade piece. Bring this back down. Oops. and figure out which way the butterflies, they are kind of going every which way, but some are going up a little more than others. So I think that is the way. At first I thought I wanted to do it that way, but there are too many going upside down. So I think I'm going to do it this way. It just depends on where you cut it. Okay, so we've got that in the center. Then I've got a piece of that Natural Touch specialty paper. This is a 4 by 1.5. We're going to attach that across the middle. And I got this layout idea from Freshly Made Sketches, I think it's what it's called. I haven't done their sketches before. I've known about them for a while, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to play with their sketches. Sometimes it's fun to do sketches. It gets your creative juices flowing if you're having troubles. I like doing sketches. Okay, so that goes right across the middle. And I'm not using any ribbon. So we'll go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and put this on. We still have the thank you to put on, but I decided to wait and put this on because sometimes I cut these a little longer than I mean to, and it's a lot easier to be able to cut off an end before you attach this to your card. But it looks like I cut it just right. So it's safe to go ahead and put this on my card. Right there in the center. Okay, aren't those colors pretty? They just, it's so cold. It's actually gotten a little warmer today, but we still have snow on the ground, so I really like seeing these spring colors. I'm ready for some warmer weather. It looks like we're going to get some. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thank you out. Put some seal on it. And I'm going to put it right here. I don't want to cover up too much of that wood. I'm going to leave some shown on the top. So we've got that there. And now we've got our butterfly. This is the last thing we need to put on there. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. Oops. And it is easier to get little pieces out if you keep it in the die. Now I could use that foam thing that goes with it, and sometimes I still do. Sometimes I do it this way, and that gets a lot of them out. It's not going to get all of them out, but it does get a lot of them out. You can see them falling down and getting in my little dish. Okay, that looks like some of these thin ones didn't come out as well. So you know what, I might grab that foam. So when that happens, do grab your foam. You just never know with your dies. Some of them, they come out just flicking like I just did. But I think this is going to take a little more pushing because they're narrower. So that foam kind of gives you see, I've got some more that came out. Gives you a little more support. So we'll get that out. I'm sure we're still going to poke some out, but it's not going to be as many. Look at all those that came out. There we go. I love that foam pad. You know what? Oh, there we go. I do have one. That went pretty quick. I only had these two really thin ones that didn't come out. Looks like the rest of them. Oh, two little ones here. That's pretty good. So yeah, so you can try it without the foam, but I think I would suggest using the foam with this one because all those pieces came out a lot faster once I got that foam out. Just play around with it and see which works better for you. It's always trial and error when you first start using a product, and this is the first card I've made, so I thought I'd try both ways, did some experimenting with you. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to put a couple glue dots. Oops, let's get that piece off of there. Here on the center of my butterfly. I'm not going to put any on the wings. Oops, because I actually want to be able to fold those up a little bit. So I'm going to put one here on the wide part of the body, okay, because I knew that was going to be big enough. Now this is kind of narrow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab and kind of roll it a little bit with my Take Your Pick tool. Okay, like that. So it's kind of rolled up and thin. And then I'm going to put it right here on this narrow section right here. Okay. Then we'll put this little guy about right here. Make sure we don't cover up that thank you. Push him down. And I can just kind of do this. Can be up a little bit. Now it will flatten out in the card a little bit, but they can pop it back up again for you. Okay, and then I decided, okay, it needs a little something more. So I grabbed the 2020 to 2022 in color enamel dots. That's a long name. And I'm going to put some of these on here. I'm going to take my little brush tip off though and grab the little petty one that comes with the Take Your Pick tool. The brush is additional, but you get the foam mat with the brush. I think you get two foam mats actually. But the putty thing, this comes with it, with the Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to grab one of the Bumblebee, kind of scoot it, and when you scoot it, it takes the glue dot with you, I'm getting out of screen, I'm sorry. It takes the glue dot with you, and then it sticks on the little putty, and you don't have to worry about it falling all over the place. So I'm going to put a bumblebee there. Bumblebee's actually not one of the colors listed in the paper, but I thought it still looked good with the darker yellows that are in there. And then I'm going to grab a Misty Moonlight, which is in the paper. Take that off, and let's put one, let's say about right there. That looks good. And let's say, I usually do at least 3. I like to use an odd number. So let's take a Just Jade one. Okay, and we will put it, let's see, about here. And a lot of times I will do a triangle. So there's my triangle. So that is it. That's the card. See how quick that went together? So you don't have to, you can definitely do some really fancy cards with this, and I plan on doing some in the future, but first off I want to show you a quick and easy one. So I hope you enjoyed that. Well, if you want to stamp with me again, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Just click on that little subscribe picture you see at the bottom right corner. When you do that, you'll see a little bell icon. Click on that and select all. That way YouTube will notify you every time I do a video. And if you want to follow me on my Pinterest or my blog, I've got all those links down below in the video description. Okay, at the end of my videos, I always want to make sure I offer this because some of you haven't seen my videos before. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you live in the US, I would love to be yours. And if you would like current catalogs mailed out to you, I'd be happy to mail them out to you. We've got the mini catalog here. This is January to June. I'm not offering Celebration anymore because it would not get to you in time. But if you want to see the Celebration products, just click on the Celebration link I've got below in my video description and the annual catalog. So I can get these mailed out to you. Just click that contact me link below, also in the video description. I'll get these mailed out to you. So here's the card. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it. Please support my channel by giving me a thumbs up or commenting below. I really do appreciate it. It helps a lot. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.